Chronicles of the Grim Reaper. The Gift by Griz Calderon. Beth sat in her favorite chair, with a knitted blanket she'd made, draped over her legs as she stared out of a window. She looked onto a beautiful, serene lake. Tall trees framed the water, with snow-capped mountains standing proudly in the distance. The scene was tranquil. She felt as if the world beyond the window had paused just for her. Her mind wandered, drifting into memories. Each one came to her gently, like a replay from the past, but with a vividness that made it feel as though she was living them again, and not for the first time. They all seemed familiar, as if they were memories of a life once lived. Beth was a mother of 4, 2 sons and 2 daughters. The eldest were twin girls, followed by her 2 boys. She had watched each of her children grow, nurturing their dreams as they grew. She had been there for the joys of their weddings, the births of her grandchildren, and the small, everyday moments that bound their lives together. She felt the warmth of these memories, the laughter of her grandchildren, the pride she felt as a mother, and the bittersweet pain of watching her children face their own challenges. Beth thought about the devastating loss of her beloved husband. One morning, she had awoken to find him lying beside her, lifeless. The shock of that moment never fully left her. She hadn't had the chance to say goodbye, and that absence of closure stayed with her for decades. But even as she mourned, she continued to live, finding solace in her children, her friends, and the memories of the life she had shared with the man she loved. Every so often, she would find herself lost in thoughts of him, feeling the ache of his absence and the enduring love she still held for him. Beth's life had been filled with friends, and she was never truly alone. One particular friend came to mind as she sat by the window. This friend had cared for her and taken care of her when she needed it most. She often confided in Beth, pouring out her troubles while Beth listened patiently, offering words of comfort and support. She remembered those conversations clearly, how she had tried to be a source of strength, even when it seemed her words went unheard. But now, as she recalled these moments, she felt something different. She could feel the love and gratitude of her friend, who knelt beside her, thanking her, tears in her eyes, for always being there. Beth tried to console her, but the tears were unstoppable, and Beth felt helpless. She reached out, as if to comfort her friend once more, and as she did, the world around her shifted. Suddenly, Beth found herself with someone, not alone, but beside a tall figure cloaked in shadows, the Grim Reaper. The realization washed over her slowly, like the rising tide, but it did not bring fear. Instead, there was a calm acceptance, a sense that she was exactly where she was meant to be. The Reaper's voice was gentle as he spoke. "Beth, I wanted you to experience the parts of your life that you missed. The human body is fragile, and as it declines, it takes with it precious moments and your memories. Your mind began to fail you, robbing you of many beautiful moments. I wanted you to feel them, to live them fully, before you continued on your journey. This is my gift to you." Beth listened, understanding now that the memories she had been reliving were not just recollections, but experiences granted to her by the Reaper. A chance to reclaim what the illness had stolen from her. Gratitude welled up within her, and she looked at the Reaper with eyes full of thanks. "Thank you," she whispered, her voice filled with emotion. The Reaper nodded. "I'm not done yet, Beth." As he spoke, the sky around them darkened briefly, only to brighten again, revealing a silhouette standing in the distance. The figure was tall, with broad shoulders, and though his face remained in shadow, Beth knew instantly who it was. Her heart leaped, as she recognized the man she had loved and lost. "My love," she breathed, tears filling her eyes. "You didn't say goodbye. I have missed you so." Her husband stepped into the light, a soft smile on his face. "I didn't say goodbye because I knew I would see you again. I've been here, watching over you, waiting for this moment. Your memories are now mine as well. I've seen your life, our children's lives, and the lives of our grandchildren. We will watch them together now, and we will live on through their memories." Beth walked toward him, feeling the years of separation melt away. She reached out, and he took her hand, his touch warm and familiar. Together, they walked into the light, leaving the world behind. The Reaper watched them go, feeling the strength of their love, before he faded into the shadows. His work was done. The end.